Right now, how a local soccer coach's act of heroism saved a semi-truck driver after overturning. Plus, the Pittsburgh Police Department hosts Drug Take-Back Day for prescription medications. And Duquesne City Park has a new name for their annual Halloween event.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. This is your KOAM News at 6. I'm Jalen Banks. Just before 11:45, reports of a two-vehicle crash at CR 70 and Nutmeg Road alerted Jasper County authorities. Linda Getty, who was 73 years old, of Avila, Missouri, was pronounced dead at the scene. She was driving a 2018 Ford Fusion, and her next of kin was notified. KOAM is always looking to hear from aspiring journalists, so we're continuing a program where we air stories shot, written, and edited by local students. This story comes from Webb City High School, and help can come from anywhere, and most of the times when you least expect it. This time from Webb City's soccer coach, Nick Harmon, helping a semi-truck driver whose truck overturned on the highway. Webb City High School multimedia reporter Brecklin Matthews spoke to Coach Harmon and has more.
On Saturday, October 1st, the Webb City boys soccer team was traveling back home from a tournament when a semi-truck in front of them turned over onto its side. Nick Harmon, who serves as the team's head coach and also teaches history at the high school, heroically ran off the bus and jumped into action.
I'm happy that, I was able to help and just getting them out of there, and glad that I didn't have to assist in anything, more life-threatening than that.
Well, obviously I was concerned about our kids, but I felt like we were in a great place with such a good man as Mr. Harmon with them and to take care of them.
With the help of some bystanders, Harmon managed to get on the side of the truck, prying the door open and pulling out the victims.
Luckily, they were not super injured. They had some cuts and scrapes and stuff. There was 2 guys in there, and one of them clearly had hit his head pretty hard because he was a little disoriented and having trouble standing up. Mainly they were just trapped inside and needed help getting out.
Coach Harmon jumped out there and acted like an American. He has a heart of gold.
Coach Harmon stays modest and humble, but those around him see clearly the heroism of this feat.
Coach Harmon thinks of others before himself. He's a great man. I know he served in the military and served proudly. The guy's a great guy all around. His action shows his heart.
He's a hero.
To Coach Harmon, it was just another day, but to his players and his co-workers, it was a day they will never forget. Reporting for Webb City News, I'm Brecklin Matthews.
High school head soccer coach, history teacher, and now hero. Again, that was Webb City High School multimedia reporter Brecklin Matthews. And now we move to weather. We've had cooler temps. Hopefully that continues. Sam, what do you have for us?
Yeah, the cooler weather is going to stay with us this evening, and also the showers are going to stay with us too. You can see on radar right now, a large part of the area is experiencing these scattered showers, heavier down to the south. So let's take a little bit of a trip down there into Benton County. You can see the showers stretching from Berryville to Eureka Springs to Bentonville, Gravette, down into eastern Oklahoma around Siloam Springs. These showers are going to be with us this evening. Not going to be enough to put a dent in the drought like we had last week with the heavy rains. The exceptional drought is still in place though in parts of southeastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma. We're still pretty dry here in western Missouri as well, but there are some changes and some hope on the horizon. Some sandy showers in our forecast, a warmer week ahead, and also a wet weekend coming up, as well as maybe some drought buster rains, and I'll have all the details on that coming up in just a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Sam. Local health and police departments are hosting drop-off booths for National Drug Take-Back Day. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
National Drug Take-Back Day encourages the community to correctly dispose of expired prescription drugs. Not properly disposing of prescription drugs can be harmful to the environment.
If they flush them down the toilet, it contaminates the water. If they throw them on the ground, it contaminates the ground. So this way it gives people a safe and easy way to turn those prescriptions in so that we can dispose of them for them.
Throughout the day, the community came out to properly dispose of expired medication.
Yes, we actually have a box in our lobby, this white box over here. It's here all the time. Anytime the lobby is open, they can come and they just have to put them in there.
The community does not have to wait for National Drug Take Back Day to safely dispose of prescription drugs.
They will come in. I cannot take sharps or liquids. So basically they come in, I ask them if they have any sharps or liquids. If they don't, they just put them in the box. We'll collect them all, and then our evidence technician will box them up and send them to be disposed of.
Disposing of prescription drugs helps the community in more ways than one.
Yes, and a lot of people just have, like one person that came in today, they had no idea that we have a way to do it throughout the year. So they had an entire bag, Walmart sack bag of drugs that they've just been collecting, waiting for a day like this to be able to dispose of them, because they don't want to dispose of them. They know these drugs are harmful to the environment, and they don't want them, anyone getting them.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Other health and police departments in the four-state area are also hosting booths for the community to drop off prescription drugs. And we now take this time to honor tonight's four-state hero. Albert Cullum, a Fort Scott, Kansas native, served in the Navy. He served on the USS Telfair and served in the Naval Training Center in San Diego. To Storekeeper Second Class Albert Cullum, we thank you, our four-state hero. Next, lots of Halloween fun going on in the four states. We'll take a look. Like many places, Joplin's Empire Market is celebrating Halloween. Empire Market is typically used to give local vendors an opportunity to sell and showcase their items, but today they're using the space for kids to go trick-or-treating. Of course, there was candy, but there were farm animals to pet and the virtual costume contest.
Just the fact that it draws all these people here. We've got this cool place. We've got the Empire Market. We're here every Saturday 10 to 2, and it's just it's like some people don't know about it sometimes, and we want whatever it takes to get the word out. And because the more people come, it's more community. We build community and learn and grow.
Empire Market is located at 931 East 4th Street in Joplin. Well, it's not every day you can say that you went trick-or-treating at a hospital, but these lucky kids can scratch that off their bucket list. Mercy Joplin held their own Halloween celebration, giving kids a chance to collect some goodies.
Yeah, so we got 30 booths today. It's a wide range of our departments that are putting on the booths. We've got quite a bit of public safety here. We've got our fire department, our local police department. We've got our local in-house public safety that's here to help out as well. And so we're just excited for a nice, safe event. We're very thankful for the great weather we've got here. It's nice and cool for the kids. So just hoping to have a good time with everybody.
Mercy Hospital's employees and area businesses helped put on the event. Formerly known as the annual Duquesne Trunk or Treat event, has been renamed to the Treats on the Trail, and that took place at the Duquesne City Park. From 3 to 5 p.m., kids were able to have some Halloween fun along the trail with food, drinks, activities, and of course, candy.
I think honestly just a community that really desires a place to kind of come together. I think they want a place that they can come and bring their kids and not have to worry about what they're receiving or even what is around them. So Halloween sometimes can be scary, right? But we get to come and be silly and have fun. So I think that's a large part of it. And then again, I think the safety aspect of the officers and seeing their involvement and their desire to be out here and hand out candy themselves, I think that makes a large impact.
The park is located at 1501 South Duquesne Road. Coming up, a look at this week's top health stories.
And we're going to have a look at the radar as well as the forecast, which includes the Halloween, so you want to stay around for that. We'll be right back. Well, it's been a cool, wet Saturday so far across the area, but we've been needing the rain for quite some time. So I don't think anyone's going to complain too much about it, including the folks down in Seneca, Missouri with the Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Pretty nice evening down there. A little bit away in the clouds, and you can see the sun setting in the background a little bit. And it looks like a pretty nice evening shaping up across the area. Like I said, with some scattered showers around our area. Temperatures started off in the 50s and lower 60s this morning, And this afternoon, we warmed up into the mid-60s across our area, 69 in Chanute, so they almost made 70. 69 in Fredonia as well. Down in the Ville, they were 68 this afternoon. Here in Joplin, we jumped up to 68 degrees, starting out at 51, which was slightly above normal on the highs of 66 and 43. The records are 87 and 25 a little bit ago. Over the last month, we've been above normal for quite a number of days. In the month of October, 20 days above normal on our high temperatures, only 6 below and 3 normal ones. So it looks like we're going to end up October, obviously, on the warm side. Also, a little bit on the wet side too as we end the month. You can see on radar right now scattered showers across the area, maybe a rumble or two of thunder, especially down to the south. Let's take a little bit closer in view. You can see some pretty heavy showers near Cassville right now, but also south and east of Monette, down through Pineville and McDonald County and in eastern Delaware County just east of Jay. This is all rotating around an upper level low that's sitting over western Arkansas, and that's where the heaviest rain has been today in eastern Oklahoma and extending over into central Arkansas. And this has been rotating up from the south, so we're starting to get those scattered showers this evening, which will continue with temperatures in the 60s right now, even some 50s down to the south where it's been raining a little bit more, like in Cassville with 57 right now, 59 down in Bella Vista. Here in Joplin, we're sitting at 62, north-northeast wind at 7, the dew point's 51, and the pressure is falling just a little bit. All right, here's a look at that upper level low that's sitting over the border of Oklahoma and Arkansas. That's going to move up towards the north ever so slowly. And as it does, we're going to get these wraparound showers on the back side of this. And then eventually this will move up into the Great Lakes area and take with it the rainfall. And then we're going to go into a zonal pattern over this week. And then we're going to be watching a big storm system develop in the northwest. And that's going to head our way towards next weekend. And as a result, we're going to get some pretty good rain from that. Over the next 36 hours, our rain chances are going to be up and down a little bit. Pretty good chance this evening. Then it drops down a little bit. Then in the morning hours, picks up just a little bit. And then again tomorrow evening. But it looks like after that, things start to dry out. How much rain? Well, generally around 1/3 of an inch or less, especially to the east. That's where the heaviest rains will be. Around maybe 1/3 in Fort Scott. Here in Joplin, about the same. 2700s down in Cassville. Here's a look at your futurecast tonight. Lows in the 50s with those scattered showers around with northerly winds. And then as we go through the day on Sunday, mostly cloudy again with the scattered showers in the area, mainly in the eastern sections with highs in the lower 60s. And then tomorrow night into Monday morning, we'll see the rain shifting off towards the east. Clouds will start to break up a little bit with lows in the 40s and 50s. Then Monday afternoon, partly sunny skies, especially up to the north. There may be a few clouds, but temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees, so not too bad for the last day of October. Then as we go into Tuesday morning, we'll see lows in the 40s across our area on southerly winds. The trick-or-treat forecast, here we go. Take one, just take one. With temperatures not too bad. Temperatures generally around 60 degrees for the trick-or-treaters out there. So pretty nice night, just maybe a little bit of a light jacket. Here's your next 7-day forecast. 62 tomorrow with scattered showers, mainly in the eastern sections. 68 for your Halloween, and then 70s through most of the week. And then the next round of rain arrives just in time for next weekend. And some of that rain could be heavy, which is what we desperately need around here. Jay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
I think everybody's for a lot more rain to help put an end to this drought once and for all.
I'm definitely looking forward to those temps
Absolutely.
on Halloween. All right, thank you, Sam. And we'll be back with more after the break.
The undefeated Pitt State Gorillas are currently in first place in the conference standings with 3 games to go. They're on the road today with a chance to clinch at least a share of the MIAA title. And Pitt State gets it done, dominating Central Oklahoma 38-7. The Gorillas are MIAA champs for the first time since 2014. They'll try to claim the outright title next week at Washburn. The Lions are 4-4 so far this season, but they have lost their last 2 games. Southern tries to bounce back today against Missouri Western, but it's the Griffins that come out on top of a close one, 31-27. Dwayne Lawson rushes for 125 yards, including an 80-yard touchdown run. Coleman Booker tallies 8 tackles and a forced fumble. Webb City Volleyball won its 2nd straight district championship earlier this week. The Cardinals cruised through the tournament. They won all 3 matches in straight sets. The Cardinals are back on the court today for the start of the state tournament. Webb City hosts Helias Catholic in the quarterfinals. Cardinals come out ready to play. Kate Brownfield places it perfectly on the back line. Webb takes the first set 25-11. Second set is a different story. Brownfield makes the diving effort but can't return it. Crusaders up 15-6. Webb won't go down easily though. Big block at the net. That ties the set up at 23. Next play, Brenda Lawrence comes up with the huge kill, but Helias Catholic closes it out. They win set 2 and 3. To the fourth now, Kaya Sandburn sets up Jaylee Rutledge. The Cardinals go on to tie the match at 2 and force a fifth set. And now they have the momentum. Lawrence again, she buries it. Webb City takes down Helias Catholic 3-2. The Cardinals advance to the state semifinals for the first time in program history.
Player for player, it is the most talent that I've had in the history of being here. We've had some great teams and some great players, but the chemistry between these guys is so tight. They want each other to do well. They celebrate each other more than they even celebrate for themselves. And you know, that tight, strong bond between them is what keeps us going and keeps us fighting to be a little bit better.
In Class 3, Seneca meets Eldon in the state quarterfinals today. The Indians' historic season comes to an end, falling to the Mustangs 3-1. Riverton is one of 4 teams remaining in the Class 3A state tournament. The Rams went 2-1 in pool play on Friday to advance to the semifinals. Today they face Nemaha Central with a spot in the championship game on the line. The Thunder win in straight sets. Riverton finishes the season in 4th place in the state.
I mean, huge congrats to Pitt State for winning their first conference title since 2014. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're slowing down anytime soon. They're just dominating everyone that comes their way pretty much.
Yeah, they're continuing to run the ball, and then Chad Dotson, you know, playing steady as he always does.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it for sports. After the break, we'll take a look at this week's top health stories. Contrary to popular belief, video games may actually be good for children. And Bradley Blackburn has some of this week's top health stories.
New research finds women with high COVID-19 stress were twice as likely to report changes in their menstrual cycle compared to those with less stress. In a study at the University of Pittsburgh, 12% of participants reported irregularities in length, duration, flow, and spotting, a finding researchers called alarming. More than half of participants reported at least one of those changes during the pandemic. Higher exposure to traffic-related air pollution seems to increase the risk of dementia. Researchers in London found the risk increased as exposure to fine particulate matter went up. And playing video games may have benefits for kids after all. A new study from the NIH looked at nearly 2,000 children. Those who played 3 or more hours of video games each day performed better on cognitive skill tests involving impulse control and memory compared to kids who never played video games. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Well, now I wish I could go back in time and tell my mom, like, hey, look, this is actually beneficial for me, but I guess it's too late.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little late for that.
All right,
we have
Sam.
some scattered showers this evening and again tomorrow with a high of 62. Then trick-or-treating day looks great with 68. Warmer through the rest of the week, and then another big round of rain looks like it's coming in next weekend with temperatures in the 70s and 60s, and that rain continues into Saturday and Sunday and then turning mild again early next week.
Well, another tough loss for Missouri Southern this week, but let's go to Big 12 football. What do you have for us?
Yeah, a few big scores. 22 ranked Kansas State just stomps Oklahoma State today, 48-0. Oklahoma also wins today over Iowa State.
Yeah, Oklahoma, they finally, they're getting Dylan Gabriel back, getting things back on the roll, and, they should finish out the season strong. Well, that's our time for now, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10 o'clock.
Salon Service is